This is how you use AI to analyze viral intro frameworks like Dan Koe and Iman Gadzi so that you can use to hook your viewers in the first 30 seconds, so the algorithm will push you. We're all one powerful intro away from everything exploding. The last thing you want to do is spend days on a new video and only for a bad intro to steal away 90% of its potential. I wanted to find out, as a small channel, if I squeeze to about 30 seconds-ish on my intro and use a proven intro framework, would this increase viewer retention? And what would happen to the views, the algorithm? I spent a long time fine-tuning these two insane GPT prompts. We're gonna walk through them together step by step so that you can capture your own intro frameworks from your favorite creators in just a few minutes. Let's dive in. So here are the two AI prompts. So number one, turn an intro transcript from a YouTube video, preferably one that performed really well that we're going to find, and turn them into an intro framework table. So it will look something like this. So in seconds, I can use AI and GPT. It's just copy and paste that prompt above and then give it a transcript from the intro of a really high performing video. And now you turn it into a framework table like this that has a powerful structure that not only you can follow with the example sentences from the video that you used, but now I can go in my next video and I can create my own version. So using Dan Koe, the first thing you'll need is the YouTube's transcript extension, a Chrome extension. Hopefully you're using Chrome. And you can just Google YouTube transcript Chrome extension and you'll get straight to this page and you can install that. That will give you this, which is very, very easy to then, every YouTube video you go to, you can kind of pop this open and then just copy the transcript. So we're gonna need that. And by the way, everything you need is in the tutorial here in the system. So the link to the Chrome extension right here, one-time setup. And now you literally just follow this process here. So let's take Dan Koe's videos here. The first thing I'll do is go to videos, go from latest to popular. So I'm sorting the most high performing videos from Dan Koe. So you can take your top creators, in this case, people that you love, the intros, and you like to kind of emulate their style, and just take the most high performing videos that you like. So let's take this one here. Now I'm using vidIQ. I talked about this in one of my other YouTube videos of how to find these outlier viral videos. By outlier, I mean that this video outperforms the average on this channel. For a channel the size of Dan Koe, it's really hard to outperform. So even if you see a 14x here using vidIQ, then that's still really, really good. What I find massively powerful is if you find the smaller channels that suddenly have these 100x videos. Why did that one perform so well? For a start, the intro definitely had to be amazing. So I use this all the time and look for the outliers. Once you've found outlier videos, maybe note them down first in a Google Docs or in your Notion of the videos you're going to look at. Then literally, let's go through this process. You copy and paste the intro. So you can watch the first 30 seconds, see how it feels, see if you really like it. Maybe 50 seconds, depending on where you think the cutoff point for that intro is, and then try and find roughly where the cutoff is. Let's just grab this, for example, but you could fine tune that to actually grab where the intro ends. I'm going to select that, like the first 30, 60 seconds, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to paste it in here. This is kind of the reverse way around because the transcript becomes at the end of the prompt. So let's now go back to our system and grab the prompt. So what you need is prompt one, turn an intro transcript from a YouTube video into an intro framework tables, and literally just copy and paste this guy. And you replace this with a transcript. So in this case, I've already pasted the transcript into ChatGPT. I'm going to copy this and just paste it right at the top. Now, sometimes it can take a few minutes or 1 or 2 minutes to analyze, and sometimes it's really quick. Apparently this one was super fast. Let's see what we have. So in a couple of seconds, which is phenomenal to me, not only is this a table that teaches us about a writing framework, but it has the example sentences from the Dan Koe video. And then we're going to have a column where we can add our version in. And we're basically going to copy and paste this back into our Notion. So now it becomes a table that we can use at any time for any video. Here, I spent so much time on X learning about writings, and we're on a mastermind with Dan Koe himself. And so we learned about the power of writing, and writing is so, so powerful on no matter what social media platform you're on. Writing is powerful for emails, it's powerful for intro scripts, it's powerful for outlines, powerful for writing messages, text messages. I never knew about any of this. I knew briefly about a story flow, a Disney story flow of having the hero's journey. I didn't know about any of this, awareness shifts, observation warnings, call to action I know from marketing world, but rejection of common beliefs. So I'm finding these frameworks actually teaching me a lot more about writing, not only for YouTube videos, but other stuff. So I wanted to mention that because the more I dig into writing, the more powerful everything gets, especially content online. It could be one DM that you send, maybe on X or Instagram, that the way you wrote it, maybe with some persuasion, plus authenticity, plus trust, plus wake up calls and things like this. Maybe that DM you send one time is the thing that changes everything, that lands a massive offer, massive deal for you. So back to the plan. I will copy this. I believe I can either press the copy thing down here, but that gets the extra stuff in. I believe I can just copy and paste like this too. And hopefully that will come through. And that's why I really recommend Notion. Here, and by the way, all these little arrows, you can just click them to open and close. And now I'm going to keep all of my frameworks for future. So I'm in my research mode now, building up my intro frameworks that are based on viral videos. And I'm going to keep all these here until I've got a whole collection that I love. And maybe I have my top picks. So Dan Koe, maybe I can put the YouTube title in here as a reference. And I'm just going to call this something relevant like wake up call style, a style of intro that I can use. So depending on what video I want to record, then I can label it and pick the relevant one. All right, and then I'm going to paste in the table, and I'm basically gonna just get rid of this. So now you can use this framework anytime to edit your version here. How to use AI to get ahead of all other creators by writing killer intro. I literally follow the framework for this video. Whether it was the best intro ever, I don't know, but it's way better than any of the crappy, rambly intros I used to do. Now we're keeping things tight. We're getting really dialed into this like 30 seconds-ish for our intro. We're writing lines here that are scripts that you can just record with a teleprompter. You can record it by looking at a line, then looking back to the camera, looking at the next line, then looking back at the camera and edit that. Or you can try and memorize it or use it as a guide, however your preference is for recording. But I wrote one of these intros for this video in maybe just 2 minutes, I think it was. And then it took me another like 3 minutes to record a 30-second intro. It feels so much easier. I've also included a little scratch pad down here. So basically you can select this. I press escape actually to select in Notion. I press Command and C to copy. And then when I'm writing a new YouTube video, I write the title here so I know what I'm doing. I write the thumbnail and I do those first, the title and the thumbnail first. And then you could just copy and paste this in as my intro here. And then you can write your version here. Another tip is I think the amount of iterations you go through will drastically improve and tighten your intro. So you can also add just an extra column and you can call this V2 and you can maybe go through this, paste it there, and then optimize it a little bit, maybe add some more emotion. Here's how to use AI to get ahead of all other creators. Here's how to use AI. I think we should put some numbers in here, just like Dan Koe did. So to get ahead of 90% of creators, 99% of creators using a prompt that takes 2 seconds. Yeah, it's a bit dramatic, but you get the point here. We're doing an iteration and adding some numbers. Right, so let's use one more example, go through this again, and to create our second template and show you again how easy this is. And this time we're going to use a smaller channel, which I think is even more powerful than using the bigger channels, because the bigger channels have this brand breaks rules thing where they are already established. So their reasons for why their out video performs might be just because of the size of their channel. Whereas a smaller channel, there's a really key reason why one video may stand out way above the rest. And if you're a smaller channel like me, then I think focusing on these outliers is going to be crucial. So let's use the same process. I came across this wonderful channel in like a recommended videos area. So I'm going to go to videos again, exactly as we did before. I'm going to sort by popular. And I really, really liked this intro video because it helped me a lot. I wrote a lot of notes on this. I'll do another video around some of the details that she talked about in intros, because we can add those to our framework. All right, so this is how to make a killer YouTube intro and blow up your channel. Now you'll notice we've got 50x here, and I've seen this hit.
YouTube intro to blow up your channel. Watch closely because many creators got their big break from a single video going viral. And while your next video is 20 seconds. But what makes a good YouTube intro? What do these successful creators know that we don't? The best
So another point to mention here is I think combine the writing framework for your intro with B-roll and a bit of drama, especially over editing at the first 30 seconds, I think can really, really help. We'll leave and talk about that in the video, but you can see here, this is an outlier of times 50. So I'm going to go through the exact same process. I'm going to copy the transcript, cut it off at a random place for a moment. So I selected a little bit extra in this case because I was actually really curious about getting some of the framework for the bit after the intro as well. And I'm just going to experiment here. I've already used the prompt at the top here. So this time I'm going to say, hopefully this will work. Please can you repeat the same table analysis and table for this transcript? I'm just going to paste it in. So this is a completely separate video, separate style. You can use any videos that you like the style of, that you would like to emulate. So I've got this already. I'm going to copy this and paste it into our template. All right, and now just like that, very easily, you could do this in less time than me on this video. You've got two frameworks that you can use over and over again with other videos. You can write your version in here, copy and paste them as many times as you like. And let's look at this one just really quickly. So we've got interesting framework types like fear and what are the stakes. She talks about this exactly in her video. She mentions about deliberately creating a curiosity loop. So that's really cool because AI is picking up that that is what she's doing. AI found out she was doing a curiosity loop here, an open loop. And that was the point of her intro, actually, to talk about that. Promise of value, importance of the first step. So some authority, worst case scenarios, common mistakes, relatability. So just these categories of writing as a framework for not only your YouTube intros, but literally like any kind of writing piece, blog article, email marketing that you want to do. Like start off with a bold promise, then talk about a quick social proof, and just one sentence at a time. It's so easy to write stuff this way, and we get to learn about exactly what we're doing from a writing framework point of view. And again, Dan Koe says like everything, the foundation online is writing. Okay, you can go grab this video. Okay, I'm going to fly through prompt 2 and I'll let you play with it yourself. So, but in the meantime, I just want to mention you can grab the YouTube intro system and the frameworks. Everything is free. Plus on the entrepreneur system, you'll get all of the other systems here we have. Every week I add new stuff and do an entrepreneur newsletter and all these systems. The link to all of this is in the description. So go grab that, have a play. So moving on to the final prompt here, ask AI to analyze why one video outperformed another on a channel. So I find this is where AI is actually being our coach. In fact, I want you to be my YouTube Pro content advisor on how to make the most effective videos. The GPT is kind of finding all the information out there in its network, in its AI network, to become a pro content advisor. So I'll keep this one really brief and I'll let you play with it, but let's just put this in and see what we get. So this isn't going to always give you the perfect answer. It could be the thumbnail, it could be the title, it could be something else. It could be a certain keyword, but let's compare the one we just talked about, this one here and this one here from 11 months ago. So similar time ago, 18K and 1.1 million. So let's copy prompt 1. We're just going to preset AI, give it the context of what we want it to do. So I'm going to ask it to analyze the two videos. I'm just going to say, I want you to deep analyze why you think in terms of algorithm, views, attention, engagement. So first we're going to paste in the outperforming the top video using the same kind of transcript method. Let me take this guy and now paste in this, and I'll say it got 1.1 million views on a 70K channel, just to give it a bit of context. 1.1 million views. Okay. And I've told it what my definition of outlier is, so it understands. Just randomly cut that. You can cut that at a bit more accurate place. One, and it's going to wait to ask for transcript 2, but it's already noted some key points about that. This video here on the same channel, 18K views and 11 months ago. Copy and paste the transcript in first this time. So I'm going to copy the third part of the prompt above the transcript already. And I think we've got about 18K views on the same channel. I don't necessarily have to put those numbers in, but I think it's useful. Then have fun with this. See what see what AI and GPT can teach us. I'll conduct a deep analysis, it says here, to break down the first video, why the first video became an outlier with 1.1 million views. And then I'm finding using this, I can learn a lot. These are the things it's going to analyze, and then it might take a minute or two on something more complicated to actually come up with the result. So the categories are really, really powerful, like things like storytelling. This is relatable. This is more personal than audience focused. Interesting. Uses open loops. Lacks strong engagement hooks. No immediate question or curiosity loop. So you can see how like this is going to teach me of like what could I work on? Maybe try and get that immediate question and curiosity loop in my intro, which is literally what I tried to do with this video. I'm curious whether my initial video retention is going to improve after using these kind of intros. This starts slower, this hooks immediately. Huge one. Topic appeal, narrower appeal. So this is probably a bit more niche and not for an audience that could be spread really, really wide. Like YouTube intros, like the video that she did there for how to make a killer YouTube video, applies to almost everyone. Persuasion is another thing Dan Koe talks about all the time. He has amazing videos on the power of persuasion. Persuasive framing emphasizes that a single viral video can change everything. That can kind of be a bit more capturing. Persuasion focuses on motivation rather than concrete strategy. So to wrap this up, I would take this, I would go to my Notion, which I use for my whole content system. In fact, I'm kind of insane on Notion. I use this for pretty much my whole second brain, organize everything in my life, my business, content system, my daily tasks, and even things like habits, nutrition, and fitness. I have recipes in here. I have my weekly newsletters that you can get if you go to link in the description. But knowledge base. So I would literally learn from this, put it in my knowledge base, and start to apply this as soon as I can. So, as I mentioned, this and all the other systems, this YouTube content system and the other 5 here, there's actually a really cool mini course on how to steal back 20+ hours a week to launch your side hustle. Everything is in link in the description, and I will see you, my friends, in the next video. Cheers. If you want to find out how to get outperforming video ideas in just a few minutes, check this video out.